Welcome back to On the Rise, as Canada soccer might truly have an Alphonso Davies problem. And no, I don't mean Alphonso Davies is a problem, I mean there's a problem developing around Alphonso Davies. And that's due to his injury crisis as well as proneness, and more so, his agent. Alphonso Davies and Canada Soccer just got off a very exciting CONCACAF Nations League where they earned third place of a bronze medal and a statement victory over the USMNT away on American soil. And immediately after, take a sucker punch to the gut from Alphonso Davies' agent. And this is nothing Alphonso Davies can control. He didn't tell his agent to go out and say this. This is a statement purely from his agent. This is no blame on Alphonso Davies, but a problem about his agent. And this is a true issue. But the statement, the quote, and all of this problem stems from Alphonso Davies picking up yet another injury. And this is nothing Alphonso Davies can control. But Alphonso Davies, of course, went out against the USA in an injury that no supporter or no one would have expected the longevity and severity from, as he left the pitch and has now been revealed that it was a torn ACL, and Alphonso Davies will miss at least 6 to 7 months, and is a truly gutting injury and an awful injury to Alphonso Davies, because an ACL injury is one that is extremely difficult to come back from, even though I know he will come back at his best, fitter and stronger than ever, because that is just what Alphonso Davies is as a footballer. But an ACL injury is very difficult to come back from, and especially the type of player Alphonso Davies is, who relies on his pace, speed, agility, and acceleration, so it'll be a very difficult one to come back from, but he definitely will. But this is a tough time to take that injury. For Bayern Munich, he's now signed that new contract. He's the face of the club next to his best friend Jamal Musiala. They're looking to head into an important part of the season with Bayern to win the Bundesliga, especially to win the Champions League and do the double, especially after a difficult tie against Bayer Leverkusen, where they managed to get across them and do it very well. Losing Alphonso Davies is extremely difficult, as well as Canada Soccer losing him for the summer as well. This is a tough time for Alphonso Davies, but the statement his agent came out with doesn't help him at all. And I'm going to break down the statement, give you guys my thoughts and opinions as well, and we're going to jump straight into it. Before you do, guys, drop down below, let me know your thoughts and opinions, smash the like button, and drop a sub. But Nadal Huse, Alphonso Davies' agent, sorry if I butchered that name, but he came out saying this, quote, "I'm very disappointed Alphonso was not 100% after the Mexico game, and it was planned that he was not going to start against the USA on Saturday night. The expectation was he would not be in the 11. As a captain, I feel he was pressured to start the game by the coach." Very interesting to me, because not 100% fit is a lot different than on the edge of tearing your ACL. So for me, when you're not 100% fit, a lot of footballers aren't 100% fit. A lot of footballers have taken knocks and continue playing or are ready for the next match. So putting an ACL injury or tear up to Alphonso Davies playing against the USA is a damning sentence, and I find it very surprising, because later on we also saw Joshua Cloak put out a statement which I thought was very interesting, because it was apparent that Alphonso Davies was going to be sat by Jesse Marsch, and then Alphonso Davies made himself available to play the match as well. And that came out from Joshua Cloak of The Athletic, one of the best Canadian men's national team journalists out there. So for me, 100% fit and not being able to play against the USA doesn't mean you're going to tear your ACL. That is just contradictory. That is just the agent going out there and trying to throw shade on Canada Soccer and Jesse Marsch. Because a lot of players have knocks. A lot of players go through injuries and little bumps and bruises, but not being 100% fit and wanting to be rested compared to tearing your ACL is a completely different story. And the fact Joshua Cloak went out and made an article where he was going to play 60 minutes and Alphonso Davies came out saying he was ready to play that match is a very bad look for Nadal Huse. But he didn't stop there. He went out and really put himself on the line by continuing to say this: Canada Soccer needs to do a better job managing these players. In my opinion, Alphonso is down and obviously really disappointed about this injury. Thankfully, he is in wonderful hands and with a world class group at Bayern Munich who will take care of him. He's expected to have surgery within the next 24 hours, and that is Nadal Husse's statement, and that is it summarized. He said a lot more, but that is the meat and potatoes part of his statement. And it is a absolute slap in the face by Nadal Hussein, our star, our captain, the player this nation is looked at, the casuals look at, and say, that is our man. And for his agent to go out and throw shade on the organization, the association, everything it stands for, and to the staff, the coaches, the personnel, is is embarrassing. It truly is. And I get respecting and standing up for your player, for your client, and his well being. But if you don't do your coverage of what Alphonso Davies did, if you don't talk to your player, because clearly he didn't, because later on Joshua Cloak went to put an article up saying that Alphonso Davies made himself available to Jesse Marsch to start and was going to play 60 minutes. I don't know what Nadal Hussein was truly going to do here, because it is very shocking that he came out with that statement and threw so much shade on Jesse Marsch, on the coaching staff, on the medical staff, and didn't cover his bases. It's very shocking. But the best part about this is Canada Soccer came out with their own statement right after, as Canada Soccer issued a statement to One Soccer's Christian Jack, saying this, quote, "We want to express our full support for our men's national team captain Alphonso Davies as he recovers from this unfortunate injury. Canada Soccer's coaches and experienced medical staff are true professionals and have always prioritized players' safety and well-being. Anything suggesting otherwise is untrue. And whoever decided to contact Christian Jack, whoever decided to contact One Soccer to put out that statement, I'm sure it was somewhere higher up, like Kevin Blue, is unbelievable. I applaud you, because that had to be done. You had to stand up for your staff members. You had to stand up for your squad, and I applaud that. That was unbelievable to do that, because Jesse Marsch, for me, has shown no signs of risking his players' well-being or even second-guessing their well-being. Prime example, Ismail Kone. Yes, it's not an injury-wise. Having a tough time at Olympique de Marseille, Roberto De Zerbi absolutely thrashes him in the media, puts him down. Ismail Kone is not himself. He's having a tough time in France. And Ismail Kone, in an interview to either TSN's Matthew Shinetti or One Soccer's Christian Jack during this break, came out saying the one person who was always there for him, who was always contacting him and supporting him, was Jesse Marsch. So how can you say Jesse Marsch is not there for his players' well-being if he is there and standing up for Ismail Kone, making sure he's okay, making sure he's there for him every day? Because that is a manager who goes above and beyond his job. So I'd love to know what Nadal Hussein is really trying to get at by putting this all on Jesse Marsch and the medical staff, because that last comment, picking out the Canadian medical staff and saying Bayern Munich is in better hands, is absolutely mind-blowing. But there was also the article from the likes of Joshua Cloak from The Athletic that multiple sources told The Athletic that after Friday's meeting, Davies informed Marsch that he left fit enough to play and that he wanted to play against the USMNT, and multiple consultations between Davies and Canada Soccer's coaching staff followed, and it was determined that Davies would play against the USA, but likely not to play 90 minutes. And that is from Joshua Cloak. That is from the best Canadian journalist, from The Athletic, the best sports journalist. And it blows my mind that Nadal Hussein did not cover his back, did not cover his footsteps, because it is a damning sentence and statement he came out with. And I believe he is a true problem for Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies is a star. He has now worked his way into the conversation of the best left back in world football once again under Vincent Kompany. And it's truly unfortunate to see him not there for Bayern Munich at their biggest moment at the end of the season. And he might miss out on winning a double. and he has been a huge part of that. And I get standing up for your client, but Nadal Husey is a huge problem for Alphonso Davies. And like I said at the start of the video, this is becoming a problem for Canada soccer. It is a true problem for Canada soccer, and it might just be a cancer for Canada soccer. Because having your star player, having your captain, having your leader being the face of your country, and his agent going out and thrashing your country, your association, the staff, and the manager, there's a real issue there, guys. I'm not saying Alphonso Davies is a problem, and I'd never say that. The reason I say it's a problem is what's around him. It's the people you surround yourself with and people who are around you. And right now, Davies being affected by who's around him. It's not his family. It's his agent. It's his agent is absolutely doing a number on him. And he's got to reevaluate this situation because it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. Guys, I don't believe Davies is a problem. I believe what's around him is the problem. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you believe his injuries are going to be a big problem and an issue? Do you believe his agent is a true problem as well, like I do? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure to smash that like button, and it really helps with the video and the channel. Hit that sub button. Let's continue to move to 600 subscribers and all the way to 1,000, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.